How it do, how it be, how it is, everybody. My name is Sir Pfeffers. This is Longshot, and I'm very excited to be getting back into this episode of Bayonet. Last we left off, Pierce made an interesting creation, the mutagen of cruelty. And Solomon managed to barge in and not necessarily interfere as would have been expected, but instead ensure its success and aid. It's been a very interesting journey as we've picked up Solomon and Dahlia during these times. Now that we're finally back to Rilis, Azalea is ready to check in with a few people, get the lay of the land, as well as a few other things. The party is preparing for violence and, frankly, overthrowing a very tyrannical, corrupt government. It's gonna be great! I'm very excited. I'm Sir Pfeffers, and if you want to get caught up on any of these 4 weekly streamed campaigns, you can go over to YouTube. If you want to get more integrated with our community, you can head over to the Discord. We have memes, we have camaraderie, most importantly, we have bingo.
Bingo!
And you can get caught up with some of the short form that we've made off of this long form. Big ups to Annie, who is modding for us tonight. You can head over to the Instagram and check out some of the amazing edits that have been made over there. Again, this is Bayonet. Let's start us off with Drakoniques.
Hello, I'm Drak, or Drakoniques. You can find me on all socials at Drakoniques. It's Drakoniques. I'm mostly on Blue Sky. There's just find me there. Just add a .itch.io to do that. Today I'm playing Azalea, the CritBard Paladin Warlock. Their patron / deity, I suppose, is Woman Owed itself, or herself, from the sounds of it. I'm excited to see what we do. We have our downtime for the first time in a bit. So hopefully it'll be time to like breathe and relax, but you know, who knows if we're gonna be able to do that.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, it's good to be back in Rilis.
Incredible. Let's head on over to Pierce Ashwalker, aka ValveMax.
Hey everybody, I'm Andy, also known as ValveMax010. And I'm mainly over on TikTok. I do little goofs and gags about D&D, TTRPG, and other just random stuff that pops into my head. And today I'm returning to play Pierce Ashwalker, the Blood Hunter rogue, who is going to look a little different than the last time we saw him. Also, shout out Bill Hatman in the chat. They're doing art of that scene that I just saw. It's in the Bayonet channel in the Longshot Discord. If you want to go over there, it's like
That's
he said it was like a
incredible.
rough draft, but oh my gosh, is it cool! So thank you very much for that. I've never actually had fan art of one of my characters done before, so that's a huge honor. Thank you.
That's wild.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god, this is amazing. Oh, and Atticus is there too.
Yeah, he's like,
yeah. That's how it feels to DM.
But yeah, we're gonna see how Pierce transitions into this new form and what it means for his psyche overall as he continues to try and win against this pseudo god. And I'm gonna beast.
That's fucking cool. No shade.
Right?
Yeah.
That, and then like the good is like broken. This is legit.
It's incredible. In the well, I'm not gonna get into too visceral determinations, but it really looks like the flesh is moving around. Like,
yeah.
That's really hard to pull off.
That's really cool.
So
You got
cool.
a gift there, Bill. I imagine it took a long time of hard work. Thank you so
So is
much.
that my white man in the middle of that? I see. I can't tell. Anywho, is it okay? Hi.
Oh, yeah,
Are you,
it's all you.
you okay? Jesus freaking Bill. Hi everybody. My name is Omega Jones, also known as CritBard. CritBard across all social media channels. Professional actor and vocalist here, doing too many things in the world. He/they pronouns. Today, I am Solomon McLean, the acolyte of death, who has been sent to Woe Owed to do a moment of finality, I will say, for many in this space, including others. And right now, you just watched that. So, very excited to see what happens from here. Also got to see Lady Kathleen again, which there's things there. Does not know realist. So what is downtime to a soldier? So we'll see. We'll see. And then also shout out to Kate, who's not here right now.
Yeah, we love you, Dahlia. We love you, CloudyKate. Everyone go follow CloudyKate. CloudyKate's the best.
Yes. Back to you, Fef.
Excellent. So, Azalea,
Yeah.
you know not at this moment of your friend's transformation. Everything is going relatively according to plan, and that gives you pause. That gives you pause. You have ever been the cautious step forward. You have ever been the thought through action. And as you step into Realist proper, navigating the long way around to get to your people, let's get a perception check.
Okay.
You're getting close to your destination. You're taking a moment to check if you've been followed, to see if there's an ambush, anything
Rolled terribly. I rolled an 8.
Okay, well. You do notice a cat scampering and skittering and digging through some trash. Aside from that, you arrive at this you're very familiar with it, but for everyone who hasn't been here in a minute, in your mind's eye picture just, of course, the mega city, but make it fantasy, so it's still stone and cementing and mortar all about you. It's raining slightly, but this is a pillar of a city of which we are in the bowels of, so the sides are just gently water falling. This is relatively normal for you, Azalea, as you step through this small doorway to find this kind of abandoned and dusty room. You know the passwords, and you choose on whether or not you want to go in now, see if you've been followed, stake it out. I'm not giving hints or anything like that. I just realized I'm trundling you along, and I want to give you the opportunity to move about the space.
Yeah. I think I reach for my hand, and again, as I'm muttering my breath, I twist my wrist, and you hear the porcelain cracking again as I cast Creeping Touch, and you see my hand be removed from his wrist, and it morph into a spider as I set it behind me, just to keep watch while I go through the ritual of getting in touch with the held breath.
Okay. That goes swimmingly. And while your hand is keeping a careful watch on the cat, which eventually loses interest with whatever refuse investigation and kind of wanders off, you find yourself catching that familiar smell and stepping into the held breath. The place is busier than you remember. A lot of people moving back and forth and traveling about. A lot of faces that there's maybe a third of them, faces you either don't recognize or has been like since your childhood that you've seen them because they've been embedded wherever they've been embedded for so long.
Yeah.
You have changed slightly. Generally, you look exactly the same unless you go into that porcelain feature. But there's still just a little bit to you that's crackly here and there. It's a subtle thing. You'd have to roll pretty high on perception to notice, but you feel the weight of everything you've done since you've walked through by this, and you've got a lot to tell Elder Isik, and you wonder how much it'll impact everything around you.
Yeah, I'm walking through just the basic pleasantries as people walk by, small nods, small waves, as I make my way to. I mean, I think seeing how busy the place is, I think I'll look for someone like just below Senior Essig. Maybe if I can find a quartermaster or something to
Yeah.
find them first.
You do find Avarice writing in a small leather-bound journal that can be kind of tucked into a pocket here or there, and she kind of looks up, notes you, and goes, it's been so long, kind of leans away forward to give you a handshake, like a clasp of arms. Yeah. And keeps you there for a minute and kind of just really like squint shakes your hand a little bit to show that they really, really are glad to see you as they kind of lean back out. Well, I just came in for my shift, so this is perfect. I wouldn't have had it be anyone else, and I've got the most energy.
That's good to hear. Seems like a lot of people have energy. What's happening? This is far busier than I've seen it in a while.
Yes, there have been various movements and a couple of synonymous investments and factions have gone missing.
Okay.
No one that would ever know anything of that we are able to be sure of, but we were able to bring in a few very useful people here and there. We've been very cautious.
Yes, we may have to be more cautious. I have some news, some updates to give you all after
Pulls
I
out
let you out.
Pulls out a small, long, looks like a coded switch. It's just a bunch of rings, you know, like you would get 00001, 00002, and just starts fiddling with it while you speak.
I think I take a seat at this point and lean forward.
The room is emptied. You're brought a drink, and she kind of paces in front of you. Seems to be some important to whatever you're saying.
Yeah. I learned quite a bit about Warren Oed while out. That I think there's definitely more information than we had initially, but Warren Oed was a woman. She was a fae, to be specific. From what I understood, they took many different shapes, but the last shape she took was an elf, I believe. Long before this plane was what it is now. Studied at a arcane college called Hedrick Fen Sharecross, I believe.
She pauses. We know of this name.
Yes. They infused themselves in a tree known as the World Tree. From what I understand, there are versions of it on many different planes, and she infused herself into the one on this plane. And I say this plane because it seems we are a portion or the entirety of a place known as the Shadowfell, folded in on itself. Due to this infusion with the tree that the Sovereign then interrupted, and I don't know what this means, but stole the undead aspect of the World Tree that belonged to the Shadowfell, and in doing so, gained what I understand as godlike power and control over the plane, and I can only imagine is the reason why it folded in on itself to become what we now call Warren Oed. This is all what I learned from I think they are right now a ruby dragon.
Is the Ruby
Partially
Dragon still alive?
Yes, they're currently hiding. They go by Sunter Duerna.
Okay, how do you spell that? Just
I'm like Sunteardarna.
damn. All right, let's go.
There are some sort of primordial, taken the form of a red dragon at the time, but after I believe, a great petrification, we found a petrified town, and they were within it. They were transformed, transfused into, I'm not entirely sure, but they became a ruby dragon, partially petrified. I connected with them.
Azalea, you've been busy.
We're doing our best, just doing what I can.
Can we take a moment to give inspiration? You get inspiration. That was Drac. That was incredible. You managed to surmise that perfectly. Is there anything else? Yeah, go ahead.
As much as I bring good news, information, I do bring worrying news as well. While out journeying, the two people I brought in confidence, Pierce and Puff, we came across a witch of some kind, and they were tempted to pull from a deck of many things. I don't have any recollection of the pearls themselves, and from what I've learned, for troubling reasons. One of the pearls, for whatever reason, drew in a specter of death from Pierce's world. And I'd learned enough about the deck of many things is infamous for many reasons. I knew not to intervene, because who knows what would be drawn if I did. But they reached a point where I had no choice, and they were pulled in. The spectre.
She takes a seat. And you lived.
From what I understand, barely. One of the previous pulls from the deck that I believe Pierce made was something that granted him the ability to rewrite reality. I believe it was a wish spell or something of the like. And from the sounds of the story I was told by Pierce, it reached a point where there was no choice but to use that wish to undo the pulling of the deck of many things entirely. So I have no actual recollection of this. This is all from Pierce's mouth.
And does Pierce recall it?
Yes. And we have reason to believe that the Spectre does too.
Oh.
The Spectre in the fight attacked the Avatar of Death from Pierce's world. And despite the undoing of the pulling, it seems that the damage dealt to them was remembered by this death, because they've sent someone.
Writing quickly. Sent someone.
Yes.
That's one of the first times anyone has been able to get a message out. This may have been a greater boon than a loss. That said, did you all survive?
I suppose in a sense, yes. Pierce is resting. We had a long journey here, so they are back with the Lady Kathleen right now, who's, I'm sure you're already aware of this, but has grown quite a bit in influence and power from the last time I saw her. But Puff isn't with us. They, after the undoing, after the wish, they, from what I understand with no recollection of what happened, went and pulled from the deck of many things again and disappeared.
You see a lot of make an insight check. You see a lot of different things left unsaid because you don't say certain things to when your friend says that your friend died. You know.
Yeah. I rolled a 13.
It's one of those things where, because they don't have the emotional loss that you have, the brain chemistry works a whole different way, and it's analytical, and you see it on this individual's face what they might have done differently, and you watch them, of course, not say that. And it's in that kind of like, you see them like do all the facial expressions of the sentence, and then they just kind of, you know, put the mask back on, and a nodding sorrow for you. I'm incredibly sorry for your loss. They were kind amongst so much darkness.
Yeah.
Wait. Then who's the Pale Comet?
That's what I'm curious about as well. With everything going on, I haven't really had time to truly think about it, but coming into the city earlier today, we saw the blur moving from window to window, rooftop to rooftop.
She stands up abruptly. Please wait 5 minutes. And then she quickly leaves. I believe a snake-like individual. As she kind of quickly, like, instead of the usual back and forth kind of gliding movements, it's a dart for the door, opens the door, grabs the person, throws him and pushes him, goes, go, 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 go. Comes back in, closes the door. We've been trying to contact the Pale Comet. We need to relocate now.
Okay.
We have sent people to intercept. Oh no. Okay. We almost go. Please, walk with me, and
Yes, of course.
please continue telling me things. As I promise I'm listening, as she comes out and immediately takes control of the entire outer assembly as far as you're able to tell. And if you thought things were moving now, you have to put a foot back at this point to steady yourself as people are moving. It's so fast. It's so fast, and it happens so quickly that you don't realize that everyone's ready and done and ready to go until she turns to you, takes a hold of your arm, and gently pulls you into a side room, and you're in an entire other part of the city. The door locks, and she stands back. She pauses a moment as if waiting for a signal, and then pulls the doorknob out as the door just crumples to the ground and falls apart. You lose connection with your hand.
I take 1d6 points of damage when that happens. Let's see.
She turns to you, doesn't say anything, but puts a hand on your shoulder.
You know, it's fine. And you see the hand kind of reform.
Excellent. Thirsty. And she's gonna turn and just puts the mask right back on and walks out.
Is this the first time I think this would be the first time I've witnessed a relocation, but is this the first time that we've relocated?
Yeah, this is what the quartermasters are here for. They take stock of inventory, but it's low-key a mobile setup when needs be. So the inventory is, the entire headquarters.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think this is definitely we've relocated before, but I think this is definitely the first time I've been in the hideout in the location while it's happened. So I'm definitely watching as everyone immediately falls into line and packs up. I've always understood why things were so easy to break apart and put away, but I think seeing it in action is definitely I don't know. I think there's a pride on Azalea's face, on Azalea's porcelain face, as they watch everyone get into motion so quickly.
You are in the city proper now. Also, thank you, chat. Let me know if it's still too loud. Good shout, good shout. I wasn't looking at the levers. You're in the city proper now, and she goes, there always has to be at least one door back to the city. Back to the public. Usually there's only one person that goes through that door. Apologies.
No, that's fine. Do we already have a location for the next place to pop up, or?
She takes the key and kind of bing, catches it. Everyone needs to lay low for a little while. Hands you the key. And then says, but if you need to speak with Elder Isaac, it can be arranged.
Yes, I think I'd like to know if they know anything about what we've learned. Should we be worried about the Pale Comet?
We should be worried about those we sent. Yes, we should be worried about... She kind of walks into the city and kind of takes on this nonchalant air as you guys kind of mix into the city street life. Yes, we should be...
mix in, I will connect telepathically with her, so communicate telepathically.
Excellent. Yes,
Out
we
loud
should.
Saying like random stuff like lovely weather we're having today, but internally.
I like this hat. Yes, if it is not your late friend, then it is a clear and obvious play that someone has attempted to replace them, and we can only assume that has to do with the Spectre.
I'll be honest, I think we're so far in with dealing with the Spectre, I don't know how much resources we can devote to specifically the Pale Comet. We can aid any of your agents that you send after them, but especially with the fact that there's a chance that the Spectre is fully aware of who I am at the very least, and Pierce. I think we need to start acting really quickly.
Do you think Pierce would be open to us venturing into his mind? We cut now to Pierce's mind and Solomon as we step into to run it back, your face is split open, there's a third eye. Tell me about the mechanics, and I have something I've discussed with you about it. But to review, Solomon, I think, I would say this, Andy, what would Solomon kind of understand and see, and in this moment? Clearly, you're still sapient.
I would say in this moment, the vibe that you're kind of catching off of Pierce, in this form specifically, is just ready, like go, like hair trigger, like the third arm that is kind of bulbously grown out of his shoulder blade is seemingly like twitching, and like it seems anxious, like it's waiting
Jittery.
for something to like, yeah, exactly, like it's waiting for something to get close so it can like take a swipe at it.
Gotcha.
The eyes kind of like looking in opposite directions occasionally, like for possible threats. And overall, this thing, I say thing because Pierce, he's not looking, doesn't quite look like himself. This thing just seems to be ready to take on whatever is thrown at it and throw as many blows as it needs to.
Got you. Atticus kind of like stands up and relaxes a little bit as you're not immediately trying to, kill him. And he kind of looks to Solomon.
Before he's looked.
Oh, okay.
Because Solomon has, there's a level of, he doesn't know fully what Pierce can do. Like, obviously, out of character, we know Blood Hunter, we know Mutant, but in game, in this moment, the way they do things doesn't actually understand those details, doesn't know the scientific, understanding of the ship, everything that is. And right now is just seeing something that is different, more intense, more feral, I would say, more ready, more, I don't want to say monstrous, but something that is ready to do.
Okay.
But he also has a job to do. You see his axe fully ignite and is next to your neck. Is it still you?
Yes. Of course it is.
What is your name?
Still me.
What is your name? And as he says the word name, there is a echo. And he is not letting go until he hears it.
Well, if you must know, just call me Sir. Sir? Yes. Okay. Sir. And he'll stand to his full height, allowing the axe to stay at his neck.
Mm-hmm.
Pleasure to meet you.
His eyes shift slightly to Atticus. For looking back.
Unforeseen. So, Pierce, if I may.
Yeah.
How in control do you feel of yourself at any given moment?
I mean, I still feel like me. I just want to get to work, and that change.
I'll talk to you in a second. You okay with everything that's going on here? Are you alright? We'll need to take
You see
some
Pierce
tests.
is like swallowing hard, and like his eyes, all three of them, are blinking really intensely. Like he's having to put effort into the motion of blinking.
Interesting.
Please just let me answer him. Well, then answer him. I'm okay. We will be okay.
Okay. And, sir. Understood. Hi. Welcome to existence. How capable do you feel? Math, logic, grammar, and the like.
I'm capable enough.
Okay. Terrifying! I'd say this has certainly... Sorry, I interrupted you. Takes another step back.
Why do you ask?
Oh,
just wanted to make sure everything was on the up and up and that you weren't about to do something horrible to my friend Pierce. Saved my life when everyone's nervous systems are getting ripped out of their faces by the hundreds. So, I mean, if it meant making sure that Pierce was okay, I'd owe it to him. Sounds like you guys have a pretty fantastic deal going on. There's a partnership here. There's maybe get your legs under you and do a few things out in the world. Let me know how it goes.
Fine. As long as what we need to kill gets killed. And he'll turn to lock eyes with Solomon. Deal.
I don't claim to know you. We only
You
just
don't
met.
have to.
I do. But if this is a necessity for you, as long as it's pointed in the right direction. I don't do recklessness. Are you reckless?
Shame. When it gets results, you damn well better believe it.
Solomon takes a step forward. Then understand. Your work, I'm sure, is exquisite. I will never doubt that potential. I don't doubt your prowess. We all want the same thing, but if this change causes unnecessary harm, don't forget who I follow. And he will turn. Step up.
Atticus.
Oh.
You have any other toys lying around here?
So the railgun's coming along.
Show me.
And the two of you cackle off into the depths of the mega city.
What have I done?
Azalea, let's come back to you real quick.
I think as we've been moving through the city, I think very much acting like just normal civilians, checking out the wares, chatting, shooting the shit, essentially out loud. Telepathically, I've been also giving them the update about Valentine and the plan there. We have someone on the inside of the noble families now. I'll be frank with you, I don't know how much I trust him. But I can at the very least say that if push comes to shove, I don't think any of our agents will have much trouble dealing with him if it becomes an issue. But if he doesn't, he will become a very useful boon.
Yes. You struck out as kind of dips under some market tents and kind of moves along the way. You set out for a place called Hound's Reach. What came of that?
Yes, that's where we met Valentine, where we followed the trail down to where we found Suntear, this primordial. Now Jack, I'm trying to remember if I'm remembering everything, because we went down to find it was a gin we were looking for.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and in the process managed to secure allyship with Valentine and Hound's Reach by proxy,
Yeah.
who is currently invading Rillis's upper crust
Yeah.
high society.
Did we find the Jinn, or was Sunter the Jinn?
Sunter was the Jinn.
Sunter was the Jinn. Okay, cool. I also made a rather awkward introduction with the actual House Epithet, but the guardsmen there owe me a favor. I saved their lives, so I think that could be another potential boon if push comes to shove. At the very least, to get audience with anyone there, that could be useful.
Kind of stops. What? Epithet's not real.
I thought I made up the name as well, but I have, and I'll reach into my pocket and pull out. I think it's called a Promise Stone. I think it was called, or something like that. What was it? I have it here. Blah, blah, blah. Did I write it down? I don't think I wrote it down. But they gave me one half that they broke in half and gave it to me as a sign of that they owe me a favor. For saving their life, the two guardsmen.
She gets a look.
I have thoughts and
I'm
schemes.
Tell me what you think you need me to know, and to keep the rest secret. If you need this, and I hand over the half of the Promise Stone.
Keep it. I imagine you'll be required.
Okay.
My thoughts is this: you've been running that name for so long. I know at least one or two other people in a pinch had to use it as well. I think someone caught on and started their own dark, twisted con. And if that's true, then you have a fall guy. You have a family you have a aristocratic faction to take the fall for something if need be. But I don't actually have a strategic mind on these things. But that's straight. There is no House Evervet, I can tell you that much.
Okay, well, at least I'm glad I didn't pick a name that actually existed when I was posing as an aristocrat. I'll look into this group, this quote-unquote family, see if there's anything that could be useful to us. In all honesty, I think we could have the more eyes, the better. So if I can, even if it's with blackmail, pressure them to help us in our goal, I think that'd be more useful than a fraud guy.
How powerful is that favor?
I'll be honest, probably not that powerful. But I think if we can expose the fact that they're not truly a noble family, I think that'll be blackmail enough to get them to do what we need or want.
Excellent.
You watch as you've now made it into this very busy, it's not quite restaurant, it's not quite bar. It has a lot of through traffic for like an indoor place you would sit down and eat.
Yeah.
But regardless, you head to a back room and a large swath of fabric is pulled aside. And in a massage bed is ancient Elder Isaac, getting this is just we need to have more. This is where has this been?
Sir, sorry to interrupt.
Please, sits up. You watch the face. Slowly put back on all the responsibilities and stuff like that, and he just kind of bows back into place.
Oh, tell me. Hound's Reach?
Yes.
And you don't
I'll
have
just
to go through the
recap
entire
something.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I also bring out, because I don't know how how used are rifles and guns within the hardware? Like, is that a thing that is frequent? Is it rare to come across these?
Relatively new, but not rare.
Okay.
So you're getting
Oh.
that kind of early era of like people being really dumb with them,
Okay. Yeah.
getting in accidents.
I'll lean into the fact that like they could be potential allies here and their weapons, and I'll touch the ground and summon one of the arcane rifles, which I bonded to as
This
my
is
weapon.
not that. This is craftsmanship.
Yeah, I'll set that on the table. Because I believe I got this arcane rifle from Hound's Reach, and then I made it my thing. So I would set it down to go. They all have, most of them have rifles like this. They definitely pack a punch and could be useful, especially if we can get some of them to train some of our agents. That could be useful.
Excellent. It kind of echoes Avarice. You've been busy.
Yes, and I think we're only going to get busier.
You've gathered up more puzzle pieces than we could have hoped for. You
That's why I'm
should
here.
be proud.
Thank you.
He kind of sits there in stunned silence for a bit.
I think I'm going to give myself some time to be proud once you've dealt with the issue at hand. I think for now I just need to keep moving. We need to keep acting.
We looks at you. We have a shot.
It's feeling like it.
Gestures to somebody who comes in, and he's handed a wisp of memory, a memory strand, an arcane recallance, and hands it to you. Annie, could you post a picture of the Sovereign's Castle?
I'll take castle.
It's a flying thing, almost shaped like a hatchet. Black.
Oh, what?
Let me see. Let me see. Pop, pop. And where is it? There we go. This thing.
Nope.
Thank you, Annie. Appreciate you.
Oh,
What?
It almost looks like it's got teeth. Along the broadest part of the downwards hook, if you can call it that, is the majority of the castle. And it's this sleek, swooping thing. Clearly flies in this memory. You see it slowly coming out from behind a shadow amongst mountains. And then the memory shows the person turning and running and casting themselves into the dirt in a hole underneath a tree and just holding their breath, tears streaming as it and then there's and she starts running again, and that's where the memory cuts.
Oh, that would give me strength. Who was it a memory of?
Avarice.
I turn to Avarice.
She has walked away, and you can see her on the end of this establishment by the door with a piping hot coffee. Make an insight check.
I have a feeling I know what I'm gonna see, but let's roll. Ah, damn, I rolled terribly today. I rolled an 11.
An 11. There's a lot of stillness, and it's not until you see Cameron, the fighter barbarian at the very beginning of this campaign, kind of step in, take a look around, put a hand on her back, and she kind of leans over and just kind of rests her head on his shoulder, and he kind of does the same. And that's when you see that the coffee hand is slowly not shaking anymore.
I see. Where was it last seen?
We believe it just got back from traversing the ocean. There's nothing but rocks there. And we know for a fact that there's nothing but rocks there. So we think the thing was in the ocean.
That's worrying. Can't simply look up to keep an eye out for it. You have to look beneath as well. I don't know how much you've been watching the operation of Lady Kathleen, but Atticus seems to be working on a railgun that could at the very least do some serious damage if we can get it pointed in the right direction.
We've been able to... I'm sorry, what is the railgun?
I will be honest, until I met Atticus, and to be honest, even after he explained, I still don't really understand. I think it's similar to these, and I point at the rifle, but bigger and more powerful.
Well, they're good at keeping their lips tight over there because we knew nothing of this, and Cameron here has been a acceptable liaison between the two factions. Speaks directly with Lady Kathleen.
Above table, do I know that Cameron has been the in-between for the Held Breath and Lady Kathleen?
Nope.
This is news to me. I Drak Cameron.
No, your intuition is doing you credit. And we're gonna go to break.
Okay.
And we're back. Azalea.
Yes.
Sorry. Let me turn that down a little bit. It was supposed to turn down. You connect the dots. Cameron, make a history check. But I'll say up front, Cameron, you recognize as a person who doesn't know about the Held Breath. Stayed behind long ago to look after Lady Kathleen. Met one of the survivors from the mass death that occurred when Pierce came with the armies. Not directly, but you weren't in charge.
Yeah.
You were there.
I rolled an 11.
An 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is raising red flags. And I think with an 11. Sorry, with an 11. There's an inconsistency with what you know about Avarice as well. It's not that he's not her type. In this scenario, you know Avarice somewhat enough to know them, and you could see it. But this was completely outside of anything you were supposed to be the sole bridge of.
Yeah.
And so it's no shade if it's legit, but there is hey, that's kind of unlikely and suspicious. That's two worlds crossing and unlikely.
Yeah, and too quickly at that, especially if they brought him in as some sort of liaison, some sort of middleman, to then have a personal relationship as well. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. I think I connect psychically, telepathically with Senior Isaac.
You are unable to.
Oh, okay. I probably have tried that before, so yeah, I wouldn't try that. I don't know about that. I'd lean close to Senior Isaac. When did this happen? When did Cameron start becoming a middleman for us? Does he know?
He does. Avarice mentioned an interest discovered along the way, the connection, and Cameron has been able to speak to us a little bit on behalf of Lady Kathleen.
So Lady Kathleen knows of us.
Not in name.
They will lean back. May I speak frankly, sir?
Of course. You're near a son to me, in all but blood.
I know, I don't trust the connection. In what I've experienced of Cameron and what I know of the Quartermaster Avarice, it does not seem in her nature to bridge a gap so suddenly, and from the looks of it, so personally. And from what I've experienced of Cameron, it doesn't seem like he'd be interested in something that requires a subtlety that anything related to us requires.
You watch him open his eyes and murmur a spell. Would you do a thing for an old man?
Of course.
Seize whoever's in that body.
As I look over, I'm going to focus my gaze, and I'm going to activate my true sight as I stare.
Okay.
At,
I'm gonna pull up the specifics, but it's not an undead. It's not quite. Make an Arcana check, because you sense the magic. You sense the magic upon him.
Yeah.
But as far as visually, looks pretty much the same.
I'll read out true sight just in case it helps here.
Mm-hmm.
with true sight, with this within the range, I can see invisible creatures, objects, automatically detect visual illusions, and succeed to get on saving throws against them. Receive the original form of any shapeshifter or creature that is transformed by magic.
Gotcha.
Furthermore, the monster can see into the ethereal plane within the same range, but I don't think that makes sense for a campaign. But the rest of it might be relevant here.
Okay. you do sense some hesitation in yourself, and you don't have quite a surety, but if Isaac just gave you the information that someone's somewhat possessing who you recognize to be Cameron, you can hedge your bets pretty likely that things are all right. The issue you're going to run into is that you are in the city and there are people everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. I'll turn from my experience of working with Senior Isaac, and maybe not even on the field, but at least in Tail. Do I know that he can hold his own in like a potential fight?
Who? Sorry, Isaac or Cameron?
Isaac.
Isaac. Isaac is very old.
Yeah.
Even by, Fey race standards. But he does have quite a few wizarding levels under his belt, and not a few sorcerer levels.
Okay.
His constitution has to be terrible. Cameron, strapping. This is a mid-level fighter barbarian.
Oh boy. I'll stand up, and as I do, I'll turn to Senior Isaac. I'm going to see if I can get them away from this location as quickly as possible. If anything goes wrong, if the quartermaster tries to stop me, I'm going to need to rely on you, sir.
Yes.
I will begin to walk over to Quartermaster Avarice, kind of waving over at her with, not with a smile, because I think that's very unlike Azalea, but just like a curt nod and a wave.
Gives you a tired smile.
I see Cameron. I'll just say, hello, Cameron.
Bit of a double take. Well,
Didn't expect to see you here.
didn't expect to see you. He's going to pull you in. He's got a bit of a different voice. Pull you in for a rough hug that feels forced, as if the person giving the hug is not familiar with giving hugs either, but is it's all incorrect to your mind.
As they pull me into the hug, I'll kind of lean back, hands on their shoulders. It's good to see you. I didn't actually get to catch up with you. Pierce and we just arrived back in town a few hours ago. Spoke with the lady already, of course, gave her update. I'm sure she'll give you an update later. Just don't want to say too much here, you understand.
Looks around a little.
I'm going to be heading back. Do you want to come with?
Looks at Avarice. Could you give me a minute? No. Stands next to you, Azalea. Kind of leans in a little bit, hands outwards. It's me, the businessman.
Fuck.
I told you I'd make use of this guy. I told you he'd be useful.
I want to roll an insight check.
Go for it.
I need to make sure this is the guy. Oh my god.
Wait, is this Offbeat's character?
Yeah.
Okay. I got there.
Oh my god. I'll use my inspiration for this. I don't care. I'll do it.
Man. Oh, I'm dying.
Okay, cool. A 19.
Okay.
I'll need to fight this guy like straight up.
So Cameron just bit it off screen.
Rip.
Oh man.
I rolled a 19. Is this true?
He hits you with the smile. It's both wicked and very intelligent and witty, and it's exactly how you remember it, but the teeth are different.
Azalea pinches, rubs the eyes, pinches the bridges of the nose. Oh my.
So you're not Cam. I couldn't just tell you I was the businessman. He kind of chuckles to himself. I use the name of a long dead friend, yes.
How long have you been Cam?
Just to make sure, how long have you guys been gone? I don't want to missay.
I think I don't know if we actually kept track, but I think it's been like a week.
It's been like a week,
I
okay.
imagine.
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2. Yeah.
Okay. Couple of days.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's not even. I mean, it is necromancy, but it's not. He wanted me to have it.
Okay. Sure.
I promise
Has
not
anyone
to
else
pull out his
noticed?
bones. You say this, and Azalea is just like, sorry, Azalea, fuck, Avarice is just like,
I don't know if Senior Isaac gave you an update, but I did speak to him about the businessman. That's it. Apparently.
wow, walks away. And he goes, that's fair enough.
What was your end goal here? Why did you do this? Why puppeteering?
Oh, I didn't see this coming at all. I did this because everyone was dying. And Cameron did die.
Okay.
He goes, the held breath is real.
Yes.
I'll be right back. I owe an apology.
Oh my god. Do I know, is this the businessman in Cameron's body or just puppeteering
The
Cameron's body?
spell
from
is
somewhere
magic
else?
jar.
Okay.
So it's all intents and purposes, Cam is either dead and gone or Cam's in a box somewhere.
Yeah.
It's a wild spell. But you did detect, that's the thing about the businessman, is the businessman tells you the truth. If he says Cam died.
Yeah. No, as much as I dislike him, I know I can trust what he says. His voice just irritates me.
Love you, Offbeat. I hope this made you laugh.
We love you
I hope
so
this made
much.
you have a good chuckle.
As I watch Cameron walk away, I sigh and turn back to Senior Isaac, and now I assume the quartermaster as well. I assume she's with him at this point. I just say, you can trust him. If he sells you anything, don't trust that. But he usually tells the truth about the information he gives. Seeing us dead or fail would be bad for his pockets, so you can trust that anything he tells us would be in our benefit for the most part.
Then I guess we're back to the drawing board with...
If you need a liaison, I can share any information I hear from her. I can only assume that Cameron's more in her pockets than I am, so I'm sure there is some information I can't get from her, but anything I can, I'll be sure to share it. And since we seem to share the same end goal, at the very least, I think she'll be fairly upfront about her plans when it comes to that.
I defer to your judgment.
Thank you.
You should be proud of yourself. They must find the tree or the staff.
Yeah.
And that railgun needs to target.
Yes.
Looks in the direction of the ocean.
The thread, from my understanding, because I'm assuming the thread is from Encode Thoughts, the spell that kind of lets you make a memory thread. And I assume it disappears after I've used it.
I think so, yes.
Yeah, if I'm remembering. I don't have the spell, but I think I remember that. I'll let Atticus know the direction it's in. I assume it'll help building it, pointing it that way already. Or at the very least, with the ability to point in that direction. If you know of anyone who can procure material to help with this creation of the railgun, please let me know. I can get it to him in a way that doesn't raise suspicion. Again, even though they're not part of the Held Breath, their goal, the ultimate goal, would benefit us as well. So I think it'd be helpful for us to help them, even if it's in the shadows.
Indeed.
I'm going to head back and see what we can do about this Pale Comet as well, if you can get any more information. I'll keep an eye out for any of our agents out there as of they're seeking it.
Okay.
Help them if they're in a bind as well. But I'll let you go. Sorry I interrupted your massage there, sir.
We have a shot.
And I get up and turn and begin to head back.
Okay. Solomon. Step back out. The walls are raining. Soft waterfalls all about. It's eerie and beautiful all at the same time.
I think he takes a moment as he leaves the room that had Pierce and Atticus. Again, still not understanding everything, and it's not really his job, nor does he need to understand everything. That's not why he's here. But it was still something. I think as he steps out with the rain falling down, he kind of lets it hit his face, drip down, wipes his eyes maybe once or twice, just almost lets that energy like the rain flow off of him.
Okay.
before he continues forward.
There's a stillness. You find Lady Kathleen. She is studying various maps. Someone was reading a list of supplies. She turns to you. I'm still coming to terms with you being here.
He would have been at the door. He doesn't enter a lady's quarters without them allowing him to.
It's more like a war room than quarters.
Even still.
Okay. Notices
As
you
of-
standing up.
Yeah.
Kind of gestures for people to leave, gestures you in.
Steps in. Takes off his jacket. Just like he's been in paladin mode for quite some time. And this is a moment where he can just not. Even if he's still on. There's still a...
She makes a point of just kind of watching you.
To be fair, after my task was set, my direction was true. I could not have expected to run into you all. To run into you.
It feels like I've been dropped into a nightmare, and I've been aware it's a nightmare. And you being here makes it real. In a wonderful but horrific way. How long has it been? Out there.
I've been here for some time now, but before it had been about 2 months.
That sensation is only going to get more alien.
I've come to realize that, he says as he moves to a chair,
She says.
turning it around like Captain America style.
You
As he goes.
see her mask come off, and it's a lot of just tired, blank face. There is a certain drive in that the eyes keep going back to the map, looking at you. Make an insight check.
My first roll of the day. Because I have it, thank you, Chad. Thank you, Jet, specifically. I'll use an inspiration for this too if I need it. You said perception? Insight. I will use it. Absolutely. Okay. It's okay. Do I have that? Yeah, I'm not going to guidance here. That will be an 18.
18. You're clearly helping because she is talking and looking a lot more like herself back before all this. Before maybe she went to nobility. Married into the Thorn family.
None of your subjects are here. None of those who came with. How are you doing?
I feel like I've successfully made the most out of the situation, and I'm proud of myself, come what may. But I miss home. And there's so much I could be doing. and the shock of time so quickly passing outside this place wakes me up at night. When you came to guard the family, I hope you realize that that was an anchor for me.
I made you a promise, and to be fair, my work, my oath, those shifted, was still to protect, was still to guide. But before I made an oath to all of this, before I made an oath to who I am, who I was, I told you that I would have your back. I would be your shoulder if you needed it. That has not changed. No matter where we are now, the circumstance, if anything, it means I can't break that oath now that I'm here.
You've never failed to walk a path that didn't make perfect sense to who you are. And I commend you. And she, you can tell she's trying to crack a joke. She goes, I'm glad you weren't, with the invasion force, or else, you probably would have had to put your life in front of my late husband's. Oh, God.
Remind me out of character. He died here, not there. Great. So I don't know.
Because of the invasion. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm okay, great.
Yeah,
Yes,
you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know until now. Literally now. Just. Oh, so that's why I haven't seen the oath. Apologies. That's why I've not seen him.
Yeah. They never warn you about the guilt you feel when that weighted bond is taken from you. That's what I had to process, because he was a monster. And I'm glad you weren't there, or else you would have had to have died for a monster.
I don't have any plans to die anytime soon, at least.
Insight
So.
check. Okay.
But we can speak about the finality of things later. And he stands up, moving over, his eyes looking down at the map. What are you looking at? What's your thought process? What's on your mind?
Well, here's everywhere where we think the castle might be. And here's everywhere where we think the tree might be. And here's everything we've garnered on information of people who are wealthy enough to be collecting and procuring staves, because we think it's possible that the stave is not known of.
The stave that was once the tree.
Yes. What if it's only the part of the tree? Just speculation, of course. But we can't rule out the option that if the stave exists, that we can only spend so much time looking on the tree, and if the tree exists, then we can only spend so much time working on the stave, and she kind of sits back. I do miss having a more expansive spy network.
Not my forte, but I do now travel with those who seem to have capabilities. And you seem to know them as well. A lot could be gained in the next couple of days or so, maybe. Also, sorry, castle, it's a castle, it does not move. Do we not know where this castle is on the map? And you see him like
Indeed.
looking on the map to see like where it could be.
No. We've only been here for so long. And frankly, it's dangerous. And you both kind of have a
Mm-hmm. Then it sounds like we need to figure out which came first, the staff or the tree, figure out what form we need to be looking for it in. And forgive me, I still don't understand all of this.
That's fine. That's my job. And you kind of you doing that kind of stretch motion. She's going to give you a hug.
He will, as he's like stretching, like trying to get into a relaxed moment. Because clearly, not that he's trying to get into work mode, but he can't not be in work mode. So he's about to start helping, and as she hugs, he just kind of, and he will wrap two arms around, and he will bring it in. You know, in a past life, if things were different, it could have been us two.
Multiple different lives past, yes. But
that is the past. We tried once.
Yeah. Just gotta look up at you. Thank you so much for coming. How's your daughter? I don't think I asked when I first saw you.
If she had the moment of the realization, the letting go, the mask breaking, that's his mask break. She is wonderful. She is going to grow up and do amazing things.
Hey, maybe she already has. And she's gonna step away and chuckle a little bit before kind of going over to the dust. And you watch flame that doesn't flicker. Such controlled flame. And it is brought to bear as she gets up and kind of turns towards you. Slowly begins weaving until the sand starts to twist and glow.
He's just watching. He's always enjoyed her process. Foreign to him. She of this natural space, he of a divine obligation. Different, but he still respects it.
It was Francesca, but you call her Franny.
She couldn't say her name at first.
A glass rose is formed, and with a gentle motion, it is instantly cooled. Hands it to you, proffers it to you.
You know I can't do this too, right?
You gotta give it to her for me.
Only if you're there when I do. And he will take it, and he's staring at it. And if for a moment there's a reflection where you see his face, and he can't conceal it, he's not fast enough, but there is a singular tear that's starting to form. But he will move down to his lantern and he will open it up. And it's glowing with this intense power, a soft light. And as he places it inside of the lantern, it almost begins to just hover and sit perfectly, like finding an equilibrium as he closes it. And it just slowly begins to turn as it's inside. And if I am seeing mine again, you are seeing yours.
What do you mean?
Before I got here, there was a report of a death. And I was confused because this death I had heard before. Of Benton.
That's... What are you saying? That's impossible.
It would be impossible to anyone but me. Well, I'm not perfect. I'm not alone in this. Those who serve death understand it.
How long? How long? Since...
I did not sense her.
And you would know.
And I would know. So, if I'm getting back to Francesca, you're getting back to Robin.
Robin is alive. Robin is alive. Robin is alive. Robin is alive.
Let's make sure we can do that. And he goes back to the map.
Of course. And she returns to the map, and we're gonna go to break. Ooh, for everyone who doesn't know, Robin is Taylor and Tracy's character in the Tuesday campaign Terraform. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Pierce.
Oh.
Sir. There's a steadying. You are collecting yourself, fully putting yourself back together. Atticus, are you staying within the room or are you moving about? Atticus will just keep on doing like kind of tests on you. Okay.
I am as the mind is kind of synchronized a little bit.
Okay.
Every now and then there will be individual motions that the hand will like reach out and grab something that Pierce is going to want to work on, but like as soon as like he's leveled out, he will start walking around the lab, collecting scrap, tools, beakers, samples, and just like multitask on all sorts of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Just an ongoing stream of words from Atticus until you tune back in on. And therefore, you must have grown additional connections to your occipital lobe, because a third eye from nothing. This is unprecedented success. This is, I can't even fathom. I can't even fathom.
I think it will. I think it will serve us well. I'm happy you're happy.
Okay. Excellent. So where do we begin?
Hand me that wrench. As
Go ahead.
as time has continued, there have been less interjections from Sir,
Okay.
almost as if the effect of the mutagen is not diminished, but like relaxed outside of a combat situation. So like Pierce seems to be mainly in control
Okay.
at this.
And are you still affected and split and all of that?
Yes,
Okay.
those don't seem to be going away.
Got you. He, from a lead room, pulls out a lead box and pulls out a set of gloves and slowly brings it out. The dried heart.
So, the person who is able to, for layman's terms, attune with this magic item and survive, in theory, would be able to take limited control of this, the architecture of the city of Rillis. Obviously, this would be incredibly painful and a horrifying experience, but this is the crux upon which we find ourselves stuck upon. If we can get this working, we could finish this magnetic railgun.
You guys are floating in the interim, and beside you, what the average person would take to just be more structure and building is slightly floating on its own and goes as far as you can see to as far as you can see. And you are already privy to this, but this is a monolithic gun. And it's been a slow import and collection and maybe a bit of theft to get the magnets just right.
Pierce just takes in the sight, letting it just sink in how much work Atticus has been doing while he's been out. And as he turns back to view him with the heart, he'll pick up a set of forceps, carefully grab the heart from the gloved hand and look at it. You never met my mother, did you? I don't think you ever got the chance.
No, meeting you was the first time and your captain was the first time I had any interactions with your faction. Why do you ask?
I just think you would have liked her.
Oh.
You know,
Oh, excellent.
she had a thing about strings. What was it? Pierce is like digging in his mind, which is murky at the moment, but he finds his childhood memory of him frustrated at this experiment that just won't go right. And Nakana, his mother, is giving him this lecture. The trials that we face can either be like thick string that hold us back, or we take those strings and we sew something new to boost us forward.
I like that.
Yeah. But do you know something? I'm not my mother. I'm not a sewer. I'm a stitcher.
Huh.
Things I make with you, with this, they will be ugly.
Yep.
And they will be cruel. But they will serve their purpose.
Pulls out a flask.
It's not the first time I've delved into such applied sciences. This will be the loudest one, though, for certain. We need something to aim this thing at. I don't know if that's like the castle or the tree or some kind of show of force. We could take out a mountain if it looked at us funny.
Hold on, the castle?
Yeah, there's supposedly the sovereign has. It's believed that there's a castle somewhere out there. Or the tree, maybe, if we can locate the tree.
No, not the tree.
Oh.
We need the tree.
Oh, yeah.
But that castle... we'll need to narrow that location down. How quickly do you think you could get this thing operational?
Looks to the heart.
As soon as we get a solution for this conundrum. The last person, I believe it was Puff, to touch it, their heart switched places with it, and they became briefly an undead, and a lot of really bad things were going on in their brain. So it feels like there'd be a certain amount of sacrifice made.
I'm good with that.
Oh.
We just gotta figure out a way to... I don't know, make me not...
Oh, not you, dude.
Well, what do you mean then?
Well, someone else. I don't want you to die.
Well,
Stupid.
I mean, I don't want to die either, but...
Well, then we're gonna find someone else. You gotta think long term with these evil schemes. You gotta.
And he kind of goes off, just starts mad scientist. It's alive, and kind of rants for a bit. Gets a little
I'm
into
sure
it.
you can't trust just anyone to take control of this city.
Right. So that's where you come in. We get to defer on your judgment.
So you want me to find someone?
Yeah. Here, take these gloves though in this box.
Wait. This heart.
Oh.
It turns you undead.
Okay, put it in the box. Put it in the box. It's waking up.
Hold on, no, it's
Yeah.
It turns you undead, right?
Yeah, and then assumedly you'd soon quickly die. Because
What
you're
if
an
you were
undead.
already dead?
You can't, if you're dead, you can't attune to stuff. You don't have the mind to be able to do so. I don't think you could order a skeleton to pick up. What do you mean?
You need to think bigger.
Huh?
Keep that safe, and I'll hand the heart back to him
Okay.
to put back up. And I would, when possible, have a talk with Dahlia.
Hell yeah. The party comes back together. Some time passes. You find you kind of catch each other's eye across from within this church turned fortified, encampment. Whether it's Pierce coming back from within the interim, everybody, as a reminder, still floating, and Solomon, you kind of coming out from the war room, Azalea coming in from the city. Three of you guys kind of all feel a moment of like, okay, I am that much safer at any given time with, the other two of you around.
Does Pierce still have a third arm and eye?
Yeah, how long does this last, Pierce?
I'm going to say that the majority of these changes are permanent.
Okay.
Pierce is physically disfigured permanently. But eventually the cells of the third arm would wither and fade and slough off. So while the third arm is no longer there, the eyes and the double face, that all stays.
Okay.
Okay. I want to roll for it.
Walk around the corner. Oh, Parker.
I rolled a 6. I walk around the corner, look at you, and I think you see the look of very quickly many things flash across Azalea's face. None of it is like fear or terror. There's a moment of confusion at first, and then as they kind of look up and down, see that at the very least you're alive, and doesn't seem to be like any signs of a fight in this room. Assume that you're quote unquote mentally okay. So assume that this is a choice, and then you see the look of frustration flash across their face as they realize and think about how much harder it's going to be to do anything discreetly with someone with a third eye and two faces walking around with you. So you see all of that flash across their face before they go back to the kind of apathetic, stoic look again. Maybe the only sign of it left behind is like a slight twitch of the right eye.
He's starting to crack.
Could I make an insight check on that?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Can you beat a 6, I guess? Yeah, do it.
I don't know. I would have. Well, I mean, if I'm flushing the toxins from my system and the third arm falls off, would you say the effects of the mutagen have been, like, dispelled?
Yeah.
Okay, so this wouldn't be at disadvantage. Yeah, 14 on die. I mean,
Yeah, you see all of that across their face immediately.
questions?
None that I think I'd like the answers of. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
That's good enough for now, then. I assume it's going to be useful, so...
You
They
hear a huff.
They raise a brow at that. Let's go.
That's when Solomon says, "They said it would be fine. That's all I need to know."
Azalea, you
And
can
it-
make an insight check. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No.
It's a 15.
Okay. Well, yeah, go ahead.
I'll say, do you emphasize the they, or do you think this is a thing I just like kind of catch on to, the they?
I think the thing you raised the eyebrow to, which was the sudden vocal shift, but you do note that Solomon seems to be up to speed on it. So it comes down to a couple different factors. How well do you trust Solomon? How well do you trust Pierce? How well are you familiar with Pierce to have heard Sir speaking back and noting it as differentiation? 15, I would say you're aware that to a degree that something bigger has changed.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I truly think at the huff, and even at Solomon saying like they said they'll be fine, Azalea is very tired, and was about to just move past this with no quips or attitude, and then got attitude back.
And just so it's known as well, Solomon's wasn't a like stop talking about it. Like,
Yeah.
it was I'm letting you know that they said they'll be fine, and I'm watching it.
Yeah. Okay. They turn to Pierce and just go, "Do you have a problem? Or do we want to talk about the fact that almost every decision you've made has put us in danger? So naturally,
Okay.
I'm skeptical
Stop
about what you do."
talking. You want to talk about bad decisions? Can I take a step forward? Trying to fight some monster you don't understand by yourself without backup is a bad decision.
And where's that monster now?
In my
And I step
lab.
up to Pierce, and who put it there? While you ran away. I know what I can do. I know my capabilities. I know my limits. I've yet to meet mine. How about you?
I don't have them yet. They
I
multiply.
can see that from the safety of that door within the wall.
Do you want to know something? Stop. It's not, shut up. Do you want to know something? You get all these skills, all this magic. So do you, by the way. There's one thing that you will never be, and that is smarter than me.
Oh, I didn't realize how smart you were when you pulled the fucking deck of many things. Tell me what was your thinking there. What was the smart decision there?
If you
Tell
had
me what
a
you
problem
benefited
with
from.
it, you should have stopped me instead of whining about it.
Whining about it? I told you not to. You're fucking adult.
Both of you
I'm
make
not
a
your
wisdom saving
babysitter.
throw.
Okay. Are we still good?
Yeah, no,
Light
we're
check.
perfect.
Okay, cool.
No, this is great.
Oh, that's a natural one.
That is
Oh,
a
no.
24.
Okay.
That's okay, because you're the less of the problem. You fall to the ground. I cast command. Down. We are not here to fight with one another. We make decisions. We make them together. We talk. This
him that.
does not help anyone but the fucker you don't want to say their name. We don't fight with each other, or we all die.
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. He just gets. Azalea, I'm sorry. He gets. Don't apologize to him. Shut up. I got it. I got it. I got it. We're on the same side. We all want the same thing. You can trust me. Whatever.
I don't know what this is. Handle it before it kills us all.
Okay. Okay. Let me up, please.
The magic's worn off.
Sir stands up to his full height again. He did fuck up. I get it. But it doesn't help rubbing the kid's nose in it. So let's all just move past it. And kill that fucking thing.
And you thought my silence was not me moving past it. I don't know what or who you are. Just watch your fucking tongue. Or I'll cut it out for you. Where's Lady Kathleen?
Right here.
Working.
There's a
Oh, you saw
window,
that?
a steeple window, and she's just watching the boys fight, and she has like tea, and she has, you know, obviously she's taking it very seriously as well. I'm not saying that to say it, that it shouldn't be taken seriously as well, but she goes, I'm up here. Feel free to come in.
I will start heading up to Lady Kathleen.
Okay. You step in. Place has been thoroughly cleaned. And slowly the fire that you see kind of following along the frames of the paned glass dims. It's good to see you again.
Yes, I have some information that could be useful to us. I think especially Atticus, if he's anywhere, or at the very least not busy right now.
I've sent for him.
Perfect.
Oh, I'm here. Putting a gun back in his holster as he walks through the door. How may I be of service?
More of how I can be of service to you, or I suppose help you help us. The railgun you've been working on. I can't say I really understand how exactly it works, but can you point it in directions? Is it movable? How does that part of it work?
I think we need to hear from. Looks out the door towards Pierce. I believe we have that in hand. As soon as we hear back from I don't think Pierce was told about Dahlia specifically or directly, so he's going to he doesn't want to tell you much, but he's, you know,
one of Lady Kathleen's staff. And he goes, "It's progressing. We should, after overcoming a few more bridges, be able to aim it and finish its construction."
Okay.
We were able to melt many and then magnetize many different metals, and it's coming along. He gets kind of a look in his eyes. It's gonna be loud.
Good. I'm glad it's coming together. I can see if I can reach out to some friends and contacts I know if they can lend us some extra material for the
Oh.
construction or the ammo.
That would be wonderful.
I'll do what I can. But that's not particularly the news I come bearing. It's more about the target. And are we in the war room right now?
Mm-hmm.
I'll walk over to like the kind of map they've made out. I'm assuming these points are where you've...
Two long maps, Wayne words and wax words, and Wayne words on one of the nearer sides. You can see the ocean. From there, it's pretty detailed in the other direction both ways.
I'm assuming these marks are where you've been kind of suspecting the castle may be.
Yes.
Or
the tree.
Or the tree. Yes, that's
And a few
something to be looking for.
pieces here and there for potentially staves. Here's a list of people we think would be wealthy enough to procure said staves, but
Thank you.
It's possible. Atticus will pop in. It's possible that our Spectre does not understand that there might be a stave. We think it's pretty hidden knowledge from most people.
Including the Spectre.
Maybe it's around somewhere and people don't know fully what it do.
Okay.
But that's
That's
a hope
actually-
more than anything else.
Yeah. We won't base all action on that, but if it is the case, that'd be very useful to us. Less
Also,
people guarding it.
as an aside, a byproduct of my discoveries with the shriveled heart, Azalea, is that the person that would be able to direct the gun would also be able to shuffle Rillis entire with a modicum of control.
Did you mean Pierce?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
That could
promising.
be useful. At the very least, protect the people of Rillis, move them out of harm's way, especially if the first shot doesn't kill the Spectre.
Right.
It'll definitely turn into a battleground.
Indeed.
Apologies. What is this? What shot? You're trying to make a super weapon?
Yes.
So, and I'll take out the my rifle, which would I have had time to like for theatrical purposes
yeah,
to make
you've
it
been-
compact and like fold it. Yeah. So Azalea, you recognize the shape of what looks like a busted up multi-piece rifle, like folded up, and like an accordion, he like snaps it and it straightens into the full thing, like the muzzle and barrel kind of like just all built on top of each other. And he holds it up. This we found in Hound's Reach. We stole it. We found it in Hound's Reach, and we basically want to make this the size of the tube you saw in the workshop. It'd be very beneficial. It would do a hell of a lot more damage than this will do. And
And we're banking on this to stop this.
well, to help
Them.
To weaken
everything we can.
Okay.
There's also the manner of how we'll go about putting... we don't have this figured out yet. How will we take the undead nature from the sovereign and put it back on the tree and or stave? That's still something we have to sort.
Their arm needs to be severed. It is not theirs. We get that. Spiritually, figuratively, whatever it may be. We get that. They no longer have power over death.
Well, that's huge. Where should we start?
It does sound like finding this stave or tree is the next step. The question and the thought in mind is, what if... Well, no, if we don't think that they know where these staves are, then it wouldn't be inside castle, wherever that is. Do we have any means of... If it is a natural thing, natural means are needed to find it. Looks over to Kathleen. But I understand that natural magics don't work here, as it's still don't understand how you can use yours.
We need to find someone who knows what I know, but about this place.
I'll look to Azalea.
Yeah, do I know anyone of that? Of like the closest to a druid within?
I mean, he
Bayonet?
there's almost like a glance, though they're not there, as he immediately thinks of Dahlia.
Whilst Dahlia is a capable ranger, I don't know if she is open to becoming a full-blown druid. She might be, but... Okay, we'll focus on that when she's back. What's the next immediate steps? And above the table, there's the nobility to check in on. There are the vodka bottles being sold by the Undercroft.
The black market.
Yeah, the Scoury.
That's it. Yep.
With their chimneys and smuggling and Santa-like shenanigans. There's also, what was their name? Arnile? There was someone, a poisoner, who mentioned to Pierce once offhandedly about the notion of a world tree. There's also, not to bring up a pained memory in a fallen friend, you mentioned that the first time you met this hag was within the city? The one who...
They were under disguise. And they gave me a dragon bone.
Atticus goes, "Nope. Guys, we should not pursue the deck of many things.
It's too
only
too
leads
late.
to
We're
pain."
We're not gonna mess with that again.
Lady Kathleen pauses for just a moment before nodding. I'm sorry for talking out of turn. No, it's fine. It was right.
I do wanna
Oh, and the pale comet.
eventually, yeah. Whoever that is, he doesn't deserve that name. He should be stopped. And you see like a strained look, like trying to hold something down from Pierce.
Lady Kathleen takes her measure
Looks sad, I guess. Make sure you're sprinting in the right direction.
You got it.
Then what's next?
I have reasons to believe that the castle of the Spectre was last seen here, and I will gesture to the map, the location. I also have reason to believe that it has the ability to submerge itself into water. So for the most part, for a long time, it has been underwater.
I'm sorry. What?
Underwater?
A building.
Yes.
What do you mean? It's last spotted. It's a singular. Buildings have foundation. Foundation stays.
It's a building.
Well, not this one in particular. This one can move, can fly.
Looked for the nearest bottle.
I reach in my pack and grab the vodka that I have. Hand it over.
Solomon's too old for this, man.
All the traditional siege tactics out the window.
What do you mean?
The concept of a supply chain or a cavalry charge out the window.
It was moving in this direction, but how it got there wasn't entirely known or sure. So it could do more than it might be able to do more than just fly. It could teleport, for all we know. But at the very least, what I know for certain is it can fly and submerge itself in water for long periods of time.
Does it have a climbing speed as well? Like, what?
I think since it can fly, I don't think it really needs a climbing speed.
No, dude.
Was that?
No, I truly, I am the new. This is not my land, so I'm trying to understand how.
Yes.
Someone's moving castle can just howl about and.
If it makes you feel any better, it's not normal here to have a flying castle.
Noted. Great.
This city used to be a Rubik's Cube.
You see, whatever is representing castle on the map, he finds some way to put wings on it, just so he understands.
Oh, no. Oh, mercy. All right. Well, gang. Then perhaps an expedition to the ocean? Or perhaps some scrying? Learn what we can about the ocean from locals? What's the next step?
Is it just an ocean? Is it made of souls? Is it water? I am not trying to be facetious. I'm trying to understand the variables of this land.
From what I understand, it's just an ocean. There are some
wonderful
rocks and spires underneath it.
Great.
Nothing too ridiculous. I can only imagine they may be signs of civilization that was once there before.
Sure.
The ocean covered it over, but beyond that, well, I don't know what your oceans are like back home, so I can't say if this is normal or not.
Water.
Just
Yeah,
water.
water.
Then it's not much different.
Fishes.
To yours. I suppose there are creatures down there, but no different to the creatures you see up here.
If a trek to this ocean is a step towards understanding its location, sure. How far is that? Is there anything pertinent within the city that we still can do? I don't have the ability to lead in this capacity.
I think it'd be best if we can, yes, Lady Kathleen, if we can get people to scry on that location, see what it can learn at the very least about the route of this castle, if it takes a predictable one, if it changes, and then we can use that to plan our next move out there. I think for now, tackling problems more local is probably the best bet.
We need a wizard.
Wonderful.
I think I know one.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'll turn to.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Well.
I ran into the businessman.
He's alive.
As alive as the businessman is.
Who is this businessman?
Another otherworlder came from your world, a necromantic wizard.
Have I ever heard of this businessman?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
No. No.
You've heard tales of like our exploits in the early days of us entering Willanoid,
Yeah.
but I don't think we've ever mentioned him specifically.
In your time, people would have just started getting chill about necromancy. But in the Tyrant King Barst's time,
Horst.
the businessman was telling you the truth about life insurance. It was chef's kiss.
Gotcha. Understood.
And Elia. No?
I didn't see them. I can only assume if the businessman is around, they are as well, but only ran into the businessman.
Well,
I can
likely
reach out to
ally.
him. Yeah, I suppose.
I won't say he's not strong.
And as oily as his demeanor is, he can be trusted.
I don't understand the wizardry, but if it's someone
And
that you
I can make him
trust.
rich.
Yeah, that's much of a motivator.
He'll do whatever you want if you can give him.
It's a fantastic incentive.
I can reach out to him, but again, I think in the meantime, either going for the nobles, going to the mausoleum to see if there's any signs of the stays there, looking into the Pale Comet, any one of these more local, more immediate issues is probably the best bet while we get eyes.
Based on
Intuition.
reactions, if finalizing this Pill Comet issue would be good for the uniformity. He says that with not a venom, but an attention, uniformity of this group. Then perhaps we start there. Roll your eyes again, I'll remove them.
Alright, but yes.
I just
would
want
like
to
to
make
start
sure if they are taking on the moniker of the Pale Comet, that they're at the very least aiding the city. I have no issue if they are.
All right then. If there's anything else I can do to help, let me know.
Thank you. I actually do think I want to grab some of those items you mentioned you have
Of course.
upstairs. I think we might need something different for what we're about to deal with. And I'll begin heading up to...
Yeah, you find a pretty solid
Yeah.
store of treasures.
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 I kind of treat it as like a take one, leave one, as I like open up my bag of holding and pull out this suit of armor. It's called a heavy golem armor. As I pull out this heavy golem armor, it's like 5.5 feet tall.
Cool.
A suit of armor and
Let's
set
go.
it down like clunk. Set
Well,
it down.
you're
like-
floating. You're floating as you do
Oh
so.
yeah, so I'm flying, so I just pull it out. There you go.
So there's a pointed no
Okay.
thunk, and it's not the same.
And I set that down, and I'll grab a illusionist's braces, like almost in return. As it
Yeah, it's a good one. That's a good one.
and
school soup.
kind of like black and silvery and grey gauntlets. So they kind of slip on to kind of go with their look. But yeah, I think that's the only thing I'll be switching out.
Okay.
Everything else is perfect. The head back down. I've been walking around a lot today, but if I stop moving, I won't be able to keep going. So
Yeah, it's like you just kind of just slow down every now and then and kind of be like, and keep like pulling yourself forward in the space, which is also, frankly, an eerie sensation. The party is able to get a long rest.
Ting tang, walla walla bing bang.
Okay.
Okay. Listen, the economy of this character, I kind of like notate every small thing at long rest. Like, I can do this,
that's
do
so
that, do
fair.
that.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna keep this glyph. There's no reason to get rid of it. Maybe I'll find out. As always, he puts a little bit of himself into the lantern as a devoting moment for the one he serves, and just what happened between Azalea and Piers. Like the joke is he's old, but he at his rank within the retinue of House Thorn, he definitely would have also been training individuals and seeing too that they are as prepared and precise as they need to be. And that, while sometimes it's good to get it out, that in moments of heat is bad. And it's not that he doesn't trust. He's willing to give a chance. But he's not going to let that take away from what needs to be done, and he will handle it if it gets out of hand on either side. But death.
Haha, the Reaper noises.
Scythe and sinews.
Until we meet again.
As after a long rest, and especially if I see everyone getting ready to begin to head out, I will sit, I think, cross-legged in whatever the equivalent of my quarters is, whatever like personal space I have. And I'm gonna ritual cast a spell because it's cool and I want to do it and I have an idea for it. As I sit, I think floating in this space, legs crossed, eyes closed. You watch as the viewer, the camera sees this. Even in mid-air, you see the fracturing of space. You see the cracks arcing out from with Azalea at its center, across the ground, across the ceiling, the walls, and the air itself. And this glow, this almost throbbing glow of gold coming through the cracks, very similar to the glow that comes through the cracks in Azalea's body. And as they're mumbling underneath their breath, you see one of the cracks around their eyes start to splinter further and further, and then, like a piece of porcelain doll, it cracks off. You don't see any viscera, you don't see an eyeball. You see, like as if an eye was painted on a piece of porcelain, kind of floats off their face and floats for a moment in front of Azalea. And then you watch as if parts of the space or parts of the world itself begins to flake off and starts to attach itself to the singular eye around it. As I cast, with my ability, summon aberration.
Ooh.
As I summon a beholderkin in front of me. You see the eye grow to the size of a beholderkin as the pieces of the world attach to it into essentially a cracked porcelain version of a beholderkin. And using my create thrall ability, I get to do this as a ritual and not need to have concentration on it. So it just exists. for an hour.
Excuse me?
Warlock's the great old one. Warlock is ridiculous.
Wild.
And then
And
as
correct.
as I open my eye and see this, I think this is the first time I've cast this spell this way. I've cast Summon Aberration before, but this way without having to concentrate on it, I had to give myself a part of myself up for it. So this missing eye section is kind of persistent. So
Okay.
they grab, I think, like a cloth or something, kind of wrap it around the eye as a makeshift eye patch. And then, as they float in this space, as the cracks of the world begins to reform, and with again Azalea at center, Azalea will reach out and touch the aberration and cast invisibility on it. As now I have an invisible aberration with me. Come, we should meet with the others
That is
and
effed
head
up.
out.
Can I corner Azalea in the hallway?
Yeah, 100%.
Cool. The next morning, I think you would like leave your quarters and kind of like see Pierce kind of like what's the term? Pacing there.
Pacing.
Yeah, thank you. And as soon as you leave, he looks up. Immediately, you see the two eyes that are kind of like misformed. They're more opaque and glossy, and it's almost like the other face is kind of not alive. It's very still. Um, Kind of looks like with a night's rest, fully flushing this mutagen out of his system while it doesn't get rid of the mutation. The influence has kind of weaned. Hey,
Good morning.
good morning. Two things. I apologize. But those feelings were real. I'm sorry. I realize I fucked up. But I've never seen you yell at me before. At least not like that. So, way to get fired up.
Yeah, you're a very bad influence on me.
Yeah, I am.
What did you do?
What I think it takes. And however tight a leash I've got to rein on myself, I'll do it. I don't want to hurt you or Solomon or Dahlia or Lady Kathleen or anyone else here. I want to win, and I know you said that probably won't happen, but I think we've got a shot, and we've got to take it. That means using everything at our disposal, even the ugly bits.
I don't know what you do. The elixirs, concoctions, and potions you make, the crafts you wield and forge with metal and steel, I don't understand it. But I've resisted against the tyranny of the Spectre all my life. I've witnessed people give their lives to resist the Spectre. And I've seen just as many people give up what made them bright to do the same. At the end of the day, I can't control what you do, and in all honesty, I have no interest in doing so. But I think in all my years, what's just as important as what to do next, of how to achieve your goal, is thinking about what you're going to do after it. And there's nothing left of you after it then. Did you win?
Guess we'll answer that question when we get there.
Yeah. We should find Solomon. I can only imagine he's waiting for us.
Solomon. Evie, sorry. Evie,
Evie.
is it Evie? Okay, might be.
Pokemon.
Evie is sitting on the table. You're next eating, and she's like, and then we saw a caterpillar. I didn't know they had caterpillars. I didn't know about caterpillars. Caterpillars are cool.
Yep.
I love her.
Oh, hey!
Morning.
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 Finishing up the food. You're all good to go? Anything else you need to do before we head out?
No, I think I'm all good. I suppose I should inform you all, and I'll kind of like gesture my head over at like just a glass, I think, on the table, and you watch as this glass kind of floats for a second before sitting back down again. They're invisible right now, but I've summoned some help in case things go sour.
Is it capable of speech?
I think so. Let me
Beholder
check.
can.
Yeah, let me check real quick. Some information. Language. It understands deep speech and any language I understand. So it
Understands
understands
deep
common.
speech. Okay.
Yeah, understands Abyssal, Common, Giant, and Sylvan as well. Yes. Warren Owens lent us a ally for the moment. Again, in case things go sour.
Noted. Reminder, don't get into my light.
Noted.
He looks at Evie. So you're going to stay here while
Yeah.
we...
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna be okay? Where are you going? Where are you going?
You're just getting some things done.
Okay. How far are you going?
Unsure.
Okay. You gonna be back in time for dinner?
Unsure.
Okay.
That doesn't mean you don't do your prayers.
Oh, I will. Which way are you going?
What matters is whether I go Wayneswords or Waxwords. I'm going for a purpose. And when I return, I will have returned.
Okay. In the event that everything goes horribly, terribly, I'll be in that chute where we found the vodka.
I'll remember that as best as I can.
Okay.
And he says, Dives, doesn't work as well as your young mind. He like ruffles her hair a bit. Then realizes some of it got off. It's on his finger and kind of dusts it off because, dead.
You gotta make a wish.
I wish.
You can't tell people the wish.
Oh, I thought. Sorry, I didn't know the rules of the wishing.
Yeah, that's a fairly well-known rule here, actually.
He will say a wish, and in his head.
DM it to me.
Oh God.
I wish for $1 billion trillion.
I wish for a sick whip. Just
Cool as fuck car.
yeah.
Amazing. I think we could call it there, unless we want to move forward and do some travel. I defer to everybody. I don't know how the energy level is for everybody.
I feel like we'd mainly be within the city. I don't know how much travel there would actually be.
Power comment, yeah. We can do like the traveling rolls and then just end there and.
Oh yeah, we haven't rolled the D100 all session.
Just want to gauge where everyone's at, how everyone's doing.
I'm chill.
Okay.
I'm also chill.
I can do another 30 minutes at
Okay.
most.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. Gearing up, setting off. Start moving through the interim, making a few roundabout methods. You like to switch up exactly your route every time just to be safe. Let's get the D100 rolls.
I shouldn't have said it.
I assume it's on your
but he was
bingo
gonna-
sheet, question mark?
He was gonna no, but he was gonna make us do it anyway.
Oh, it is a mine actually. Hell yeah, never mind. I rolled a 50 right on the dot, right in the middle.
Smack in the middle.
Is higher or lower better?
What'd you get?
Lower is better for you.
Lower is better. 94. All right.
Ooh.
96.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. A bit of luck. I gotta change the music up. The party undergoes a strange, feels out of place, but a strange bout of good fortune.
Wait, high is good? Why don't I think I was bad?
That's good.
Oh God, I was scared.
Oh, did I get it backwards? I'm so sorry. Did I mix it up?
I always thought
I
that
think you
low
mixed
was
up
better
'cause-
for you.
Yeah, because I
I
remember someone
mixed it
got
up.
like 100 and it was
so we're
like
cooked.
terrible.
I'm
we're
so sorry,
fucked.
we're cooked.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah,
Okay,
bestie.
Oh,
I thought,
excellent.
yeah.
I've got music for that too.
Because I remember someone rolling at 100 once and it being a
Hey,
terrible,
hold on.
terrible.
I didn't
Yeah,
get to
yeah.
celebrate my birthday. What if we just flipped it for today? Just,
For today.
We just.
I think giving Solomon a terrible thing for CBC roleplay against is actually very good.
You
You know.
gave me hope.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Bad news bears.
Back into the back into the pot.
It needed better space, right? But
I'm so sorry.
Shut the
I'm so
fuck
sorry.
We are cooked. Bum, ba, da, bum, 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 bum.
Bum. We hear good
Oh,
comment.
interesting. No, you know what? I'm gonna take the week. I'm gonna take the week and make it real
Fuck!
bad. I'm gonna make it real bad. I haven't done there's been a couple times where someone's rolled dumb high on these where I've been kind of nice. And I think it's about time we switch that up. So I'm gonna call it there for the night and let
Fair.
that simmer. Someone warn Kate.
I love you. I hate you. I love you. I hate you.
Chat, don't go anywhere. We are going to be doing a raid. Thank you so much for being here. It means the world to me. I hope you had fun. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or theories, or shenanigans, you should head over to the Discord. I want to hear it. I want to hear all about it, as well as any memes that might be created and did or did not anyone get bingo. We've got bingo over on the Discord, and it's campaign related, one for each of the 4 weekly streamed campaigns we have here on the show. And if you would like to get caught up on the 7 years of content, of multi-campaign content, which is just now starting to thread together, head over to the YouTube. It's called Longshot. It's phenomenal. And there have been this season 7 has been some of the deepest cuts with the biggest reveals. And if you go back and watch, you can actually see the intentionality. Not every time, obviously. That's not how D&D works. You can see a lot of intentionality of groundwork laid, and then I'm just like, I'll get to that in a couple years. And I've actually said to Shane at one point, I was like, we're getting to stuff that I planned like 4 years ago, and that's how it's been such an incredible journey, and it's been an absolute honor to have these individuals with me here today to tell it, because I genuinely couldn't do it on my own. This is incredible and has been some of the most fulfilling years of my life. And with that said, happy birthday, CB. You're wonderful. Why don't you go first?
Ah, my gosh. Hi, gang. Oh, hell, we are cooked. My name's Omega Jones, also known as CritBard. CritBard across all social media channels. He, they pronouns. I have been Solomon, who is tired, is old, is ready to get this roaster cooking, I guess. It is also cool, just like as a player, to see like the development from the other players that's been going on for a while, like really come to a head, and just kind of be there watching, like, are you fucking kidding me right now? But also like, yes. So really, really cool. I'm worried about whatever happens next week, but this was a really good, like, meaty role play. Some stuff got to get out this session, which is great. You can find me many different places. Oh gosh, if I started Saturdays, on Tuesdays, you can find me both on twitch.tv/Wounded Warrior Project for the 4th Age, a multi-award winning Lord of the Rings campaign using the One Ring system, and on Terraform, obviously, as Kazric, who we just hit level 20, baby.
Let's go.
On Thursdays, you can catch me over on twitch.tv/Captain Robert for Vecna Eve of Ruin. And on Fridays, you can catch me over on twitch.tv/Crit Chronicles for Shadows over Baldur's Gate. Big announcement, though. I am part of Oops Our Himbos, which is a himbo-led TTRPG phenomenon. And we have finally announced our live show at Plax Unplugged, and we are in the main theater.
Let's
You heard
go.
it there. We got some headline and stuff.
That's amazing.
Main theater, Friday, 8:30. It's going to be a wild time for the himbos this year. It's always great, and it's going to be even wilder. So that's me. I'm going to toss it to Drac. Go. I'll be back.
Hi, I am Drakoniques. You can find me on all socials at Drakoniques. It's Drakoniques. It was a ton of fun playing Azalea today again, to play how emotional he can be. Was a ton of fun. I think it's so much for calling you Pierce. So much Andy for let us butt heads and bounce off each other.
Oh, that's so good.
That was so fun. Yeah, I don't know. I think Azalea has a lot of feelings. I think in general, after that encounter, I think even he didn't really know or really acknowledge until that moment. So it's cool again to have him kind of experience that, realize that, and express that in real time. I do TTRPG stuff. I don't know, just follow me on socials. I'm usually on Blue Sky, so just find me there at Drakoniques. .itch.io on Blue Sky specifically. I'm on other stuff, but mostly Blue Sky. But I'll throw it over to Andy.
Hey, thank you. Hey everybody, I'm Andy. I have been Pierce Ashwalker and introducing Sir the flip of the coin, I guess. Yeah, it's been great. This was a great session, and I always get really scared that I'm going too hard.
I love.
But yeah, but
The thing about me,
thanks
I
for-
love
yeah.
inter-character. I love inter-character conflict so much.
Yes.
I love
Yep.
it.
I just gotta be careful with gauging it because I never know when my lip gets to twitching and I get all nervous and scared. But I'm very happy that everybody's comfortable and we're doing that. It's so good to see. But yeah, I'm ValveMax010. If you want to see me other places, you can go to my TikTok. I do goofs and gags over there at D&D, TTRPG, and just random whatever pops into my head that day stuff. Or you can follow me on my other socials. I got a Twitter, I got an Instagram, I got a Blue Sky, all under the same name, ValveMax010. So just go digging. Some places I'm more active than not, but you know, I'm gonna shut up.
But all right. Well, gang, I'm gonna throw you. I haven't made a real decision. I'm gonna throw you over to what I believe to be some saxophone music. Might just be a hangout, but this is a phenomenal being named Clementine, and I hope you all have a fun time. I will see
Lovely.
you all tomorrow for Thistle and Quill.